They once ruled the world. An empire forever etched in history. What's left when a kingdom crumbles? When silence is all that remains. Dust hides the glory, but legends endure. Souls of the unyielding live on in stone. People call this place ruins. But history might still breathe here. Persia, the memory of an empire. Iran, history's next chapter. Long before Rome or the Great Wall, there was Persia. Thank you. The Achaemenid Empire was the largest ever. It spanned continents, from the Nile to Central Asia, the Aegean to India. Built on might, ideas, tolerance, innovation, and cultural exchange. Royal roads connected distant lands. They respected conquered people's ways. Their rule was so advanced. Its echoes shape modern governance. If ideas were its soul, its spirit lived in stone at Persepolis. The Achaemenid ceremonial heart. A city of pure grandeur. Built for gods and kings. Persepolis, a monument to power, ritual, and memory. Darius the Great built it to resonate through time. Every relief tells of envoys bringing gifts. Babylonians with textiles, Ethiopians with ivory, Lydians with silver. Indians with gold. A stone procession, frozen. A millennia-old global diplomacy scroll. But in 330 BCE, it burned. Alexander the Great destroyed it. Revenge for Athens? A drunken mistake? History's still unsure. Whatever the reason, Persepolis fires marked a tragic collapse. Pride, ritual, power turned to ash. All that's left, broken columns. Worn reliefs, desert shadows. Silent witnesses to world-shaping grandeur. Beside Persepolis ruins. Rocks stand like silent gods. Guarding emperors' eternal sleep. Nakshi Rustam. Royal tombs carved high, facing the sky. Darius the Great, Xerxes, Artaxerxes, Darius II. Names witnessing centuries of power. Each tomb, a monumental cross on the mountain. High above the land. Carved reliefs show kings with Ahura Mazda. Symbols of divine authority and conquest. Each crypt, a statement of power. Transcending time. Centuries later, new empires carved victories here. Sassanids chiseled triumphs, Shapur I taking a Roman emperor prisoner. A moment of reversal. A key shift in the empire's story. And beside them, Kabeh Zartasht. The cube of Zoroaster. White limestone against ochre cliffs. Untouched by time. A timeless symbol, holding secrets. The tombs and cube, a dialogue across dynasties. Achaemenid above, Sassanid below, a riddle in stone. History sleeps in the south. The future wakes in Tehran's sprawl, where past and present meet. Azadi Tower, resilience, pride, national identity. Built for 2,500 years of Persian history. Blending ancient and modern, empire and republic. As Iran evolved, so did its symbols. Milad Tower, ambition and the spirit of new Iran. Piercing the clouds, a monument to progress. Technology and a new generation's confidence. At the city's heart, a 1,000-year scroll. At the National Museum of Iran. Where empires speak through artifacts. Murals of revolution stretch across buildings. Testaments to struggle and identity. From revolution walls to royal halls. Tehran shows another past, refined and timeless. Golston Palace. It gleams like a forgotten gem. Its mirrored halls, floral tiles. Preserve Qajar elegance. Under crystal chandeliers and painted ceilings. Monarchs were crowned. Now echoed by footsteps. Walk further. The Grand Bazaar breathes history. Merchants trade silk, spices, copper, conversation. The past lives on in every trade. Amid the pulse, a quieter art. The Carpet Museum of Iran. An entire history woven here. Masterpieces centuries old. Designs that carry on tradition. Here, each rug is a world, each knot a story. Threads woven with a people's spirit. From nomadic traditions to royal tastes. Iran's soul lives beneath your feet. Can silence speak louder than words? Where buildings tell tales. And the city sings with beauty. Leave the busy capital for Isfahan. Persia's half the world. Fall in love with art forever. Once the Safavid capital. It's still Persian art's heart. At its center, Nakshi-Jahan Square. Persian symmetry, spirit, and grandeur. One of Earth's biggest squares. Maybe one of its most beautiful. Each side, a masterpiece. To the south, the Shah Mosque, blue waves. Its tiles gleam like stars. Built for Shah Abbas I, a Safavid gem. The dome, a perfect sky mirror. Quranic verses spiral on walls. Spoken, not carved. Across the square, another mosque. Sheikh Lotfullah Mosque, quiet elegance. Symmetry and Mystery, by Shah Abbas. For his royal women. A sanctuary of silence. Where faith met beauty. Its dome, cream and gold. Shifts with the light. A sun-painted canvas. Inside, no minarets. Just quiet stillness, sunlight's glow. Through latticed windows. Patterns bloom on walls. Lit like stars. In tile and time. Where all meet splendor. Opposite, the Alakapu Palace. A grand viewing spot. Emperors watched ceremonies here. And music filled the rooms. The empire's soundtrack. The world watched from here. Faith, art, power. In perfect balance. Each floor tells a story. Lavish feasts on walls. Balconies where Shah Abbas stood. But the music room. Its alcoves amplify sound. Turning the palace into a bridge. Between the outside show. And the inner art. Where music echoes power and beauty. Here, geometry bows to divinity. A cosmic plan in every stone. As day ends, people go to the water. Seosei Bridge, like a spine of time. Night falls, stars appear. After Isfahan's wonders. Head east to Yazd's quiet. A maze of mud brick, clay roofs. Desert sun, silence, spirit. Shape timeless homes. UNESCO recognized, desert life preserved. Yazd, the soul. Of Zoroastrianism. Ancient faith still burns. An unending stream. Yazd's unique feature, towers. Not minarets, but wind catchers. Ingenuity in the desert. Pulling cool air. Channeling it through passages. These towers sang survival for centuries. At the fire temple, a sacred fire burns. Guarded, its pure essence. A link between past and present. Faith breathing through all. Even endings are in the wind, at the Tower of Silence. Or dogma. Bodies laid to rest under open sky. Surrendering to nature's cycle. Earth, sacred source. Fire, pure essence, soul freed by birds and wind. Not tombs. Dusk paints the walls red. Yazd becomes a mystery. Kept by wind and fire. The soul of Persia. Leave the desert for Shiraz. City of roses, poems, orange blossoms. The soul of Persian literature. Home of Hafiz and Sadi. Poets who shape dreams and love. But Shiraz speaks more than poetry. Its ancient gardens too. Iram gardens, cypress paths. Stunning mirrored houses. Persian paradise imagined. A fragrant space of man and nature. Find Narengistan garden on a quiet street. It's a peaceful private spot to relax and hear the city hum. Stunning mosaic walls guard lush orange groves. Every detail adds to this serene, elegant scene. Then, as dawn's first light softly touched the city, the Nasir al-Mulk Mosque slowly came alive. Entering feels like stepping into a dream. Sunlight pours through stained glass, painting Persian carpets with vibrant colors. It's a prism of faith, where belief shines through art. And the space itself becomes a poem. Deep in the city's heart lies a shrine rarely mentioned, yet unforgettable. Shah Kaira, a sacred pilgrimage site for Shia Muslims in Iran. This mausoleum glows from within. Not from sunlight, but from countless tiny reflections. Its interior is covered in mirrored tiles, each catching and multiplying light. The walls dissolve into a star galaxy. This reverence makes the place so vibrant, turning silence into an experience like standing under a shattered sky. Shiraz's life is a silent testament to centuries of prayers and art echoing through its halls. The birthplace of an empire. The city's rhythm fades to the wind's whisper, leading to Pasargadae. Not a grand city, but the origin of a great empire, a symbol of vision. The first capital of the Achaemenid Empire. Pasargadae is the final resting place of Cyrus the Great, founder of one of history's greatest empires. His tomb stands alone on an open plain. Simple, quiet, and majestic. While other rulers built for themselves, Cyrus sought human meaning. An empire based on tolerance, order, and faith in people. He freed slaves. He respected cultures. He let temples be rebuilt where they once stood. The Cyrus cylinder, found in Babylon, is seen as one of the first human rights declarations, proving rule by dignity, not force. In Pasargadae, his legacy lives on in his tomb's weathered stone, and in the faint outlines of palaces and gardens that once bloomed in imperial design. This isn't Persepolis's grandeur, nor Yazd's mystery. This is greatness's source, a unique vision. The foundation and blueprint for Persia's future. Long before Persepolis, or even Pasargadae, there was Susa, born with civilization's first breath. At the edge of the Zagros Mountains and Mesopotamia, history found its crossroads, where empires began and beliefs took root. The Elamites, Persians, Babylonians, and Greeks. Their empires rose and fell here. But their spirit lives in this land. And so did the stories of gods and men. This is where Gilgamesh wandered, where ancient kings dreamed of forever, and where echoes from Esther and Daniel still whisper in the wind. Susa is a witness to history, a crossroads of faith and power, of temple and throne, of myth and memory. And at its heart once stood a palace fit for gods, Darius I's Apadana. Stone hall supported by carved columns, where lions were frozen in battle, and walls showed dignitaries bringing tribute from afar. What remains today is fragmented. In a more sacred quiet lies a tomb said to be Prophet Daniel's. Its white dome shines, a beacon for pilgrims seeking not just blessings, but a connection to enduring faith. Time has buried the stones, but not Susa's soul. Its dust holds the origins of faith, empire, and the civilization that would flourish here. And from this ancient silence new cities would rise, carrying its memory in every stone and prayer. South of ancient Susa, where empires once thrived and fell, lies Kashan, one of Earth's oldest desert cities. Did you know it's been lived in for over 7,000 years? Here, people have made architecture from dust and art from scarcity. Nestled between desert winds and the Alborz foothills, Kashan appears like a breath from the past. A tapestry of courtyards and gardens, where the air is filled with roses and the sound of water. It's an oasis of harmonious beauty and peaceful serenity, offering a deep sense of calm. Hidden in Kashan's old town maze are two houses with unique Persian style. The Borajerd house, built for a merchant to impress his bride, is a love letter in its entrance framed by elegant stucco reliefs, and a wind tower that catches the desert breeze. Above, a dome painted with sky motifs seems to float, while light streams through stained glass, creating a kaleidoscope on the plaster walls. Another masterpiece nearby, older and grander, tells its own tale. The Tabatabai house unfolds like a dream maze, for courtyards, 40 rooms, and countless intricately carved windows. Thick walls insulate, rooms are built lower to stay cool, and tall wind catchers draw gentle desert breezes. Nearby stands the Aga Bozorg Mosque, a vision of spiritual balance and desert elegance. Built in the late 18th century, its twin minarets and large dome top a twin minarets and a big dome top a sunny courtyard, where a hidden madrasa rests underground. Here, geometry becomes worship. Arches and shadows weave a sacred dialogue between light, faith, and the vast desert quiet. Then, peacefulness breaks for another marvel, Vin Garden. This is true Persian paradise, an ancient Chahar Bagh garden. Water flows through channels by tall cypress trees, fed by old underground canals, creating a timeless blend of water and green. Each spring, the city blooms with damask roses, picked before dawn. From these roses, Kashan makes gulab, rosewater pure enough for prayers and sweets. An essence tied to the city's soul. This season, Kashan celebrates the Gulab Giri festival. Villagers in old clothes gather before sunrise to pick the flowers, then distill them in big copper pots as rose scent fills the air. This work becomes a prayer, a fragrant gift to the divine, celebrating the link between hands, earth, and faith. For ages, this connection has tied Kashan's people to nature's eternal cycle. In northern Iran, mountains rise like a shield between the sea and the central land. One peak stands above all, Mount Damavand. This dormant volcano, over 18,400 feet high, is Iran's tallest. And the Middle East's highest. Damavand's true power comes from the legends within its icy heart. Persian tales tell of Zahak, an evil serpent king, whose cruelty plunged the world into darkness. The hero Feridun defeated him, then chained Zahak deep inside Damavand. Locals say the mountain still rumbles with his rage. Each tremor a sign evil slumbers, not gone. Covered in snow most of the year, Mount Damavand looms. Its perfect pyramid high above eastern Tehran. Its silhouette is etched in the nation's memory. Damavand is more than just a mountain. It's a magnificent temple shaped by time and nature. In Damavand's mountains and old forests, the Persian leopard still roams. A hidden hunter in its wild domain. Critically endangered, yet fiercely holding on to its wild nature. Its spotted fur blends perfectly into the rough landscape. This top predator is one of the world's largest remaining leopard groups. This phantom is a living echo of Damavand's strong spirit. Proud, unbreakable, yet fading into the mists. A reminder of wild beauty needing protection. Even the air here feels ancient. Breathe deep, and you'll hear tales. Of kings and demons, ice and fire, glory and endless quiet. Some cities rise by rivers, others. But then there's Kerman. It wasn't born from nature's gifts. Instead, it rose bravely on the edge between desert isolation. And the constant fight for life. In southeastern Iran. Where sand and sky blur into a sea of sun, Kerman emerges as an oasis of memories. A city shaped by trade routes and the vast desert silence. A key stop on the legendary Silk Road. Where caravans paused between peril and the hope of riches. Step into Kerman's Grand Bazaar, and time stops. It's a living record of trade and crafts, every corner a story. The air is rich with cumin, dried rose petals, and fresh saffron. In the glow of copper lamps, intricate Persian carpets. Their designs whisper tales older than the cities they once knew. In Kerman's heart, the Ganjali Khan complex stands as a 17th-century architectural song. Built in the Safavid era, this harmonious mix of inn, bathhouse, mosque, and madrasa is art in stone and brick, a living rhythm of each dome, each arch, perfectly shaped to guide light, water, and souls through daily life's rhythms. But Kerman's spirit extends beyond its walls to Bam's ancient mud brick citadel. Once called the world's largest. Though the 2003 earthquakes destroyed much of it, what remains stands like a ghost fortress. Damaged but defiant. A monument to resilience, built from clay, desert heat, and human determination. Even now, though trucks have replaced caravans, and the Silk Road is mostly in stories, Kerman still stands strong. The city gazes at the desert, and the desert gazes back. As if both recall being a permanent frontier. Where civilization meets infinity. Hidden, far from most roads, lies a place so remote it was once thought to be empty. No trees, no souls. This is Dasht-i-Lut, the empty desert, a realm of pure being. Where fire turns to stone and silence echoes forever, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Dasht-i-Lut holds the record for Earth's highest recorded ground temperature. Over 158 degrees Fahrenheit. Scattered across the desert floor are the famous call-out stones, giant rocks shaped by wind and time for millennia. They rise like the bones of a lost city, massive, silent, casting shadows that drift like ghosts. At sunset, walking among them is entering a world detached from Earth. Where no plant grows, no bird sings. On the desert's edge, life still clings fiercely. The nearby plains are home to the Persian onager, a rare, endangered animal. Lean and powerful, it moves swiftly across the barren land, seeking scarce food and water. Each one is a living symbol of the will to survive against all odds. And in the nearby steppes brush, the caracal appears and vanishes like a ghost. Its tall, pointed ears tipped with black tufts, its fierce, silent pounce. This clever hunter masters the balance between deadly stillness and lightning speed. A predator made to blend into this harsh wilderness. It's this desolation that gives Dasht-i-Lut its profound power. It's a predator, born to blend into the wild. This emptiness is what makes Dasht-i-Lut so powerful. This place strips everything down, leaving only the earth's wild heart. Near Iran and Afghanistan's border lies Makunik, a village so strange. It's more myth than reality. Houses are built super low, with doors only to your chest. You'll have to duck to get inside. For centuries, they lived alone. Just wheat, barley, and herbs. Their small world was quiet. But their height caught the world's eye. The Makunik villagers were tiny. Under 5 feet on average. Scientists called it the dwarf city. Some blamed bad nutrition. Others, generations of inbreeding. But how did a whole village shrink? Makunik is changing now. Roads arrived, kids grew taller. Fitting into today's world. The village still stands in earth tones. Its tiny homes hugging the hills. When the sun sets, shadows stretch. And Makunik glows like a movie. On Iran's western edge, where mountains meet memories, Tabriz stands strong, blending art, trade, and identity. Once on the Silk Road, Tabriz became a blend of cultures. Persian grace, Turkish spirit, Armenian craft, Islamic art. It belongs to many, intricate, and alive. Its heart is one of the world's oldest covered markets. Its maze of tunnels echoes with old voices. Merchants traded silk, spices, and stories. Their voices under ancient arches. Even now, with saffron in the air. The bazaar feels like a living museum. Nearby is the stunning Blue Mosque. A geometric marvel. Though ruined by an earthquake, its deep blue tiles still shine, earning it the name, Turquoise of Islam. Look closer, you'll see the writing. Faith etched in ceramic. Defying time's wear. It's still a top spot for Persian carpets, each knot a story. Tabriz carpets are colorful symphonies, art and tradition. Iran is a symphony of many notes. In Tabriz, they still sing the song of time. Among places built or shaped by time, Kandavan is truly unique. Hidden in Iran's mountains. It's a village where rocks are homes, and time slows. Cone-shaped rocks, like ancient chimneys, stand tall or squat. But all are carved out as homes, stables, and rooms. These are homes for today, enduring through generations. Not just old ruins. Unlike Cappadocia's famous cave cities, Kandavan has been lived in for over 700 years. Every cave is a home. These are the strong roots of life and tradition. Beyond fading ruins, the architecture is natural adaptation. The volcanic stone insulates. Cool in summer, warm in winter. Windows catch the sunlight perfectly. Curved walls follow the rock's shape. A perfect blend of building and nature. At dusk, it transforms. The homes glow like lanterns. In that quiet moment, Kandavan offers more than just beauty. It's a memory of a time when home was inside the earth. Iran is much more than history or a map. It's in the rocks, wind, poets, and nomads. We've crossed burning deserts, seen ancient pillars, and walked valleys where stars fell.